Party members continue to collect nomination forms to vie for various political positions. And in sports, the father of Tanzanian football player Mbwana Samatta assures football fans that they will continue to see his son in the league despite Aston Villa's relegation. Good evening, this is Capital News at 9:30. My name is Vanessa Victor. Let's start things off with the national news. The President of Zanzibar and Chairman of the Revolutionary Council, Dr. Ali Mohammed Shein, has warned individuals spreading false information about CCM's presidential candidate for Zanzibar, Dr. Hussein Mwinyi, stating that Dr. Mwinyi's selection adhered to the Constitution of Zanzibar.
Hussein ni mwanakindakindaki wa Zanzibar. Amezaliwa Zanzibar.
He was born in Zanzibar. His parents are alive and present. Those in doubt should go and ask them, as some of you are saying things that have nothing to do with you. His parents are alive. What sort of politics is this? It is for those who are bankrupt. He is a pure Zanzibarian. We must promote unity. We are all Zanzibarians and must uphold this so all of us can benefit from the revolution of 1964. My aim is to continue to bring prosperity for our country and bring development to the people of Zanzibar, carrying on from where Dr. Ali Mohammed Shein left.
Ni kuendelea kuijenga nchi yetu, kuendelea kuiletea Zanzibar maendeleo kuanzia pale alipoishia Dr. Ali Mohammed Shein.
With the exercise to collect nomination forms underway for Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM party, political aspirants in various areas, including Member of Parliament and council positions, more party members across the country have turned up to collect the nomination forms. Prime Minister Kassim Majaliwa today collected nomination forms from his party to again run for parliamentary position in Ruangwa constituency in Lindi district. And in various districts of Dodoma region, more than 33 party aspirants in Dodoma urban alone have already collected nomination forms for the parliamentary seat, with CCM secretary in the district revealing that the response from women in the exercise has been low.
In councillor position, a lot of people have come up to pick the form. But regarding the member parliament seat, so far we have 3 women. I urge women to come forward and apply for these positions.
Tunapotafuta ile 50 kwa 50 inaanzia kwenye ubunge wa viti maalum, lakini vile vile tunakwenda na kwenye ubunge wa majimbo. Kwa hiyo ni wasia mama zangu wajitokeze kwa wingi.
And more than 70 CCM party members in Geita region have also collected nomination forms for Member of Parliament positions for 3 constituencies in Geita region, including Geita Urban, Busanda and Geita.
Wilaya ya Geita ina majimbo matatu. Mpaka sasa hivi jumla ya waliochukua fomu wote wamefika wagombea 57.
Geita district has 3 constituencies. So far 57 people have taken the form as follows: Geita Urban 21, in Busanda constituency 28.
Jimbo la Geita mjini 21. Lakini ukienda jimbo la Busanda waliochukua fomu wako 28.
And President Dr. John Magufuli has appointed new regional and district leaders who include Abubakar Kunenge as the Regional Commissioner of Dar es Salaam, replacing Paul Makonda, who is contesting the parliamentary seat of Kigamboni constituency. Here's more.
President Magufuli has also appointed Joseph Mkirikiti as the Regional Commissioner of Manyara, replacing Alexander Mnyeti, Dr. Seleman Serera as the District Commissioner of Kongwa in Dodoma Region, and Staff Sergeant Simon Mayeka as the District Commissioner of Chunya in Beira Region. Other leaders appointed by President Magufuli include Colonel Patrick Norbert Songea as the District Commissioner of Kiteto in Manyara Region, and Rajab Kundia as the District Commissioner of Moshi in Kilimanjaro Region. President Magufuli has also appointed 4 new District Administrative Secretaries of Handeni, Tandahimba, Rombo, and Runagwa districts.
And SportPesa's Director of Operations in Tanzania, Abbas Tarimba, has visited IPP media houses and commended them for their professionalism, as well as providing employment to Tanzanian nationals in preparation and dissemination of various programs and news.
Haya mafanikio hatukuyapata sisi wenyewe, isipokuwa yametokana na players wengi, mojawapo ikiwa ni IPP.
We did not attain this success just by ourselves, but a lot of players were involved, one of them being IPP. So we decided to come and visit and see perhaps there are other opportunities hidden, because what we see is in television and radio advertisement. So by coming here today, we've learned a lot, and what has impressed me the most is for those of us who read newspapers or listen to the radio and watch television, we don't understand the hard work behind the set.
Ya hivyo ambavyo sisi tunaviviona, na kwa kuwa ni wafanya biashara, hata tunapopewa zile red card.
As business owners, when we receive the red card that shows how much it costs to advertise, we find that it is quite expensive, because we lack an understanding that for the advert to come out and reach many people, what happens behind the scene. So today I've come to see for myself that you guys are serious and not to be taken lightly, that you are sound and are doing a great job. I've enjoyed seeing the organization and equipment set up. You are well advanced.
Ni kwamba sisi kodi yetu kwa mwezi iko wastani wa zaidi ya bilioni 2.
Every month we pay an average of over 2 billion in tax, and this is a big thing. But also in terms of pricing, we pay not less than 5 billion. It goes as high as 10 billion, which is a big contribution to our economy.
Tunaweza tukasema kwamba tumesaidia vilivyo nchi yetu.
The Committee of Ministers of Finance and Investment, as well as governors from member countries of the Southern Africa Development Community (SADC), has said that there is a significant need for countries of the community to evaluate themselves so as to raise the economy that has declined in the region due to various disasters, including the coronavirus pandemic.
Ugonjwa COVID-19 ni janga la dunia.
COVID-19 is a global pandemic, and its effects have touched various areas, health-wise and economically, leading to economies in most countries to suffer. Continued restrictions have dire consequences economically and socially in the world, hence the need to fight this pandemic without abandoning economic activities.
Kushuka kwa 4.9 mwaka 2020.
That's all for the national news. International news is next. In international news, Kenya has confirmed 461 more COVID-19 cases, raising the number on infections recorded in the country so far to 11,252. Chief Administrative Secretary of Health, Dr. Rashid Aman, has said the number of fatalities has gone up to 209 after 7 more patients succumbed to COVID-19.
It has been noted that transmission of the disease among health workers is associated with overcrowding, lack of established practices of infection control, and poor implementation of infection prevention control guidelines and protocols. Other factors include inadequate training in infection prevention and control measures for both the frontline staff and support staff in health facilities. Lack of this training and knowledge leaves them exposed to respiratory-borne infectious diseases due to lack of personal protective equipment, while in other situations it is the poor understanding of the virus.
Preparations for the general elections expected to take place early next year in Uganda are gaining momentum, particularly among presidential aspirants from various political parties.
There are still people who are looking at values.
There are still people who are looking for values and not numbers. That is the code of serving this country.
It's holiday time in Germany, but as the summer season kicks in, Health Minister Jens Spahn has warned against negligences in dealing with the coronavirus pandemic, which could lead to a dreaded second wave of infection. Emmanuel Charles, our correspondent from our media partner Deutsche Welle, joins us now with more. So, Emmanuel, why does the government fear that second wave?
Well, there's a fear that the usual hotspots for Germans will become new clusters of infection. Flights within the European Union have resumed and picked up again, but we've seen large gatherings in places such as Mallorca in the Balearic Islands, which Germans really like, which prompted Health Minister Jens Spahn to warn people to remain very vigilant. He said where there are parties, and that's the case in Mallorca, the infection risk is particularly high. Now, all those places could potentially be new clusters if social distancing is not respected. Stricter face mask wearing rules have been implemented on some of these holidays, hotspots such as Mallorca, where it is now compulsory to wear a mask in closed public spaces, but not everyone is happy about those measures. And there's also the fear that potential infections might be brought back to Germany and would start new clusters there.
So if they aren't going to go abroad, how will the Germans spend their holidays this year?
Well, there will be some travel abroad. The German Travel Association confirmed indeed that bookings were picking up again for favorite destinations such as Spain, Italy, Greece, the Canary Islands, the Balearic Islands, for example, even if those bookings only represent a quarter of what they had been the previous year. So a big hit on the travel industry, but there's a fear of the virus that plays a role in people's decision making when it comes to their holidays, and also the uncertainty and the lack of means, a lack of money. The fact that many people have been out of a job as a result of the pandemic also means that there's less money to be spent on holidays, and we see a shift of habits. There's a trend showing that people prefer vacationing here in Germany. There's been an increase of 62% in camping vans rental, and people tend to prefer renting a holiday apartment instead of a hotel, for example. They want to be more autonomous, they want to be more isolated so as to avoid contact with other people and to decrease the risk of infection.
Now, with that said, will tourists from abroad be able to come to Germany this summer?
That will depend where they come from. There will be less international tourism for sure, even though the European Union as a whole has relaxed its entry restrictions and Germany applies that too. That means that people coming from countries with a low infection rate may enter the EU again. That includes countries such as Australia, New Zealand, Canada, for example. For countries such as China, Japan or South Korea, for example, interestingly, the entry restrictions will only be lifted if this is reciprocated, which is not the case yet. Now, the question of whether travel to Germany is permitted depends on where the person traveling has previously been staying and not on the nationality.
Well, thank you very much, Emmanuel, for that update, and until next time.
Thank you.
And that special report ends our international news. We'll be back with business news after a short break.
Watch Business Edition as we talk to business leaders and experts in sectors that are transforming Tanzania's economy.
We believe that the driver is the customer.
To change the mindset of traditional HR to the digital decentralization.
Make sure that everybody can get some access to financial services.
And once we understand the vision of our leaders, we then need to be behind them and help them in achieving that vision.
Business have involved mercantile operations, trade guilds, or shared agricultural production. Infrastructure, construction, financial sectors, tourism, and mining. Business edition on Friday at 8:15 p.m.
Welcome back, and now in business. The National Microfinance Bank, NMB, has won the Euromoney Award for the best bank in Tanzania for the 8th consecutive year. This win has been attributed to the bank's efficiency and performance in various areas, as well as contribution to the country's economic growth.
Hii inaendelea tu kudhihirisha ubora wa huduma za kibenki za benki ya NMB.
The award signifies the value of bank services offered by NMB Bank, including inclusive financial services.
Kupata faida ya kiasi cha shilingi bilioni 100.
To get profit of 142 billion after paying taxes is not a joke. This shows huge commitment that the bank, together with its employees, in serving Tanzanians. What we want Tanzanians to know is that this award is a challenge to us because we must maintain the standard.
And mobile company Airtel Tanzania has launched an offer which will enable users to access free airtime every time they make transactions through Airtel Money.
Airtel Money is a service that allows you to do a lot of things and even earn a lot of prizes, including getting airtime after using Airtel Money. Thus, we are calling our customers to keep on using Airtel Money. For a customer to enjoy this service, should dial *150 *60 hash, then complete your transactions, or they can dial *149 *99 hash, where one can pay through Airtel Money and earn their free airtime.
Tourism stakeholders, who include tour guides, have been urged to provide good quality services as the government is incurring significant costs to promote tourism attractions so as to get big numbers of tourists to visit the country.
When a tourist is well served, they become good ambassadors. Going contrary to that, it will not be easy to keep tourists coming to our country. We urge them to continue doing their duties like how they used to operate previously, by considering quality and procedures that were used to all guests that will be visiting tourism attractions.
And that is all for business news. Sports is up next.
Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Away first time, good start from Bolt. Bolt leading a moment of going away. Gay trying to go with him, and he's going to be dragged through the second place, but he's going to win it by 2 meters. Opposition, Joaquinho, he did lose to Lent.
And now in sports. The father of Tanzanian football player Mbwana Samatta is playing for Aston Villa in the English Premier League. Ali Samatta has assured football fans in the country that they will continue to see his son in the league even if the team is relegated, because other teams have begun to show interest in signing him next season.
Timu wanamnyemelea Mbwana kwamba Aston Villa ikishuka watamchukua Mbwana. Sio timu moja, timu mbili tatu hivi.
Ligi kuu au
hiyo ya Premiership siwezi kuzitaja, lakini Everton ni moja hapo, naona. Kwa hivyo ziko timu zinazoomba Aston Villa shuka ili Mbwana wamchukue.
And the director of Sport Pesa, Abbas Sarimba, said one of the key successes they take credit for in Tanzania is being the only lottery company that sponsors teams in the Premier League and for supporting the renovation of the National Stadium. And English Football League summer transfer windows will be open for 10 weeks between 27th July and 5th October, subject to FIFA approval. Here's more.
The Premier League and EFL say there will be a domestic-only window between 5th to 16th of October. During this window, clubs will only be able to trade with EFL clubs, either loans or permanent registrations, said a Premier League statement. No transfers can take place between Premier League clubs in this period. The EFL also said any new signings by its clubs could not play until the start of the 2020-21 season. This is applicable to clubs involved in the championship playoffs, it explained in a statement.
Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford will become the youngest person to receive an honorary doctorate from the University of Manchester for his campaign against child poverty. Here is more on this story.
Rashford, 22, campaigned for the government to allow about 1.3 million children to claim free school meal vouchers in England's summer holidays. The award is the highest honor the university can bestow. England former Rashford said, "It was a proud day for myself and my family."
And that sports item ends our news bulletin. Again, on behalf of everyone who worked to bring you this bulletin, I am Vanessa Victor. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.